What is the best way to experience Pokemon? Is it a Nuzlocke?
Nuzlocks offer a whole new level of challenge because, let's face it, we're not kids anymore. We no longer struggle with a level 16 Perugly or a level 20 Miltank.
But we can make the games challenging again by introducing Nuzlocke rules. One encounter per area, a fainted Pokemon is gone forever, and a whiteout means restarting the game.
But Nuzlocks are more than just a challenge. The sense of discovery and accomplishment is what really allows you to feel like a kid playing Pokemon for the very first time again. Because for the last 19 years, you've played through Generation 4 with these Pokemon. You sleepwalked through the game where everything was a joke up until Cynthia. Then when she did inevitably beat you, you took the easy way out. You overleveled, brought more legendaries, and you made the Hall of Fame. Do you feel accomplished? No. But you know who does feel accomplished?
This is Steve. Steve stole your girl, worked out this morning, and had an absolute blast playing Pokemon with your girl watching. Steve even has a new favorite bug type now because he used this team. Steve was doing a Nuzlocke. Be like Steve. Keep your girl.
And I can tell you right now, me and Terramaster want to be like Steve, because I haven't truly felt a connection to these games or my Pokemon since my very first Turtwig back in Pokemon Diamond. At least, that's what I used to say before I started Nuzlocking, when I was just like you.
I love Lantern, but I didn't always love Lantern. Before Nuzlocke, I would only use Flygon, Fire Starters, Pidgeot, and whatever was on the box. Very diverse, right? But Nuzlocke force you to be open-minded about using any Pokemon you encounter since, well, you don't really have a choice. In my third attempt Nuzlocking Radical Red, this lack of choice is what led me to Chinchou. It just happened to be one of the best early game Pokemon available. Because you see, the first battle in Radical Red is Falconer. When I started playing, he had an Emolga with Motor Drive. Combine that with Smart AI that knows when to switch, and you've got yourself a problem. But through sheer coincidence, I found the solution: Chinchou. Chinchou was sweeping through the rest of Falconer's team, completely walling off Emolga, and even healing itself on well-timed switch-ins because of Volt Absorb. Suddenly, I broke through my first boss battle in this incredibly hard fan game, and that moment, the bond Chinchou and I formed was everything.
But it didn't end there, did it, Terramaster?
Not even close, brother. Soon, I had a Lantern, which put the entire Misty battle on its antler? Fins? Doesn't matter. It carried because I had the option to switch its ability to Water Absorb. Of course, I eventually lost that run too, but in my next attempt, I learned that if you play your cards right, you can guarantee a Chinchou early on. Starter? What starter? Chinchou was my starter now. Forever.
That kind of bond with your Pokemon is the exact reason why you will want to pick up your new Pokemon game and keep playing beyond day 2. Enjoying the franchise like you did years ago. Nuzlocking gives the game a feeling beyond nostalgia, turning Pokemon's stale formula into a unique experience every single time.
And it's not just every game that becomes a unique experience, it's every single attempt. Nuzlocke actually give Pokemon games a level of replayability that they severely lack when played only as intended.
I've never played a Pokemon-based game more than once in my entire life. In fact, I've skipped many generations, and I know you've probably done the same. Like me, you probably went out, bought Pokemon Moon, played until the first gym, got bored, and dropped it. But praise Nintendo, because I also bought Pokemon Ultra Sun 2, and I didn't play that. Then I did the same thing for Shield, Let's Go, BDSP, yes, both of them, and Scarlet Violet DLC.
Bro, do you even play Pokemon?
Honestly, man, I really wasn't until I started playing them as a Nuzlocke. I may not have touched the DLC, but I played Pokemon Violet's base game all the way through, as a Nuzlocke. I had so much fun actually that when a clown hit me up to do a 2-player Nuzlocke of it, I was actually excited to do so. It was a feeling I hadn't felt replaying a Pokemon game ever. Not even when I was 10 years old.
Damn, man, you say that to all your Soul Link partners?
Yes.
Aw, I thought I was special.
I'm actually doing a Soul Link with someone bigger right after this, so do you mind if we wrap this up?
Oh. So the point is, Nuzlocke make the game fun to play, not just the first time, but you'll also enjoy it if you play a different variation of a Nuzlocke, like a two-player Nuzlocke. Between variations and attempts, the amount of replayability is almost at D&D levels.
But I'm still not satisfied. The trainers have level 2 Pokemon, the AI sucks, and the stories feel like they're written by a 5-year-old. The Nuzlocke experience is great and all, but I don't feel that D&D level of replayability yet.
There's an entire community dedicated to making Pokemon games better. These are fan games, and man, they have everything you could possibly want. You want increased difficulty and quality of life improvements? Radical Red. The AI in Radical Red is smart enough to know when to switch, even catching me off guard sometimes. The game enforces level caps, so there's no over-leveling, and you can turn off grinding entirely. Yes, that means everything has perfect IVs, and EVs have just been eliminated. You get infinite rare candies, so you can hit those level caps whenever you want, and you have complete control of your Pokemon's nature, moves, abilities, and even gender where it matters. So you caught a male Combi? No problem.
But those games are still the same stale formula, and you want the full Pokédex back. PokeRogue. It's a fan game you can play on your browser with every mechanic introduced and every Pokemon available as a starter. Well, kinda. You see, PokeRogue is a roguelike. This means as you catch more Pokemon in your attempts, they get added as available starters for future attempts. But wait, there's more. After every battle, you get random rewards from TMs to Mega Stones. Pokemon have additional abilities you can unlock called passives. The developers are always running events like double shiny odds, and we have gacha mechanics that don't drain your wallet, thank God. Oh, and shiny Pokemon matter. Remember those random rewards? Well, shinies give you a luck boost that increases the chances of getting better stuff, like Mega Stones.
Hey, but what if you want Pokemon with an interesting storyline? What if you want new Pokemon that weren't invented by Game Freak? Reborn. This game is universally acclaimed by the players for its engaging storyline that'll keep you hooked for over 100 hours. Plus, you'll discover sick new forms of your old favorites, like this Crystal Aegislash. There's even a brand new fusion.
And if you want to experience these games in the best way possible, you'll obviously have to Nuzlocke them, just like me and Terramaster have been doing in our streams with Radical Red and PokeRogue.
And if you want to join us as we Nuzlocke these games, be sure to hit that subscribe button because it's the absolute best way to show support for all the hours we pour into making this content. And nothing gives us more of a rush than seeing that subscriber count go up. But Nuzlockes are a close second, and I'm not only talking about when you win a Nuzlocke. Just hitting a PB or peanut butter, personal best, is good enough. This is when you reach a new milestone for the very first time. For example, Giovanni stopped you dead in your tracks, but this time you broke through? That's a PB.
But a Nuzlocke offers so many more opportunities for an adrenaline rush because of the consequences of losing your new best friend. You thought you planned out that battle perfectly? Nope. Didn't plan for the crit. 97% chance you KO that Pokemon. Too bad you low rolled. You misplayed and you're gonna white out. Well, it's a good thing that your Quick Claw proc, you landed a Supersonic, they hit themselves, you froze with an Ice Beam and crit their last mon to win. You had absolutely no right winning that battle, but here you are, goddammit.
Excuse me, sir. It's Arceus, damn it.
Yes, of course, my bad. Praise Nintendo.
Like, look at this clown. We were doing a two-player Nuzlocke, and this guy got ambushed by Elite Four Flint. Look at him. He's dying. But we found our only out. Houndoom had to miss Fire Blast. The odds of that? 15%. 15% win, 85% lose. And lo and behold, we got the miss, and Mamoswine won the battle. From ambush to miss, that was one of the craziest battles we've ever had, and we escaped it alive.
But if this wasn't a Nuzlocke, we would have just gone to the Pokemon Center, healed up, and tried again. I really hope you're starting to see a trend here.
Nuzlocks add consequence to every battle and every decision. That's what makes every battle unique, fun, and gives you the rush you wouldn't have otherwise.
But did you know, constantly having to adapt to these consequences also makes you smarter? Next thing you know, you'll be out stealing girls like Steve and considering unique game plans like the world champ Wolfie?
I can be like Wolfie?
I'm sorry, I've set your expectations too high.
What my dude is trying to say is you'll definitely be smarter than you are now. Studies by the American Psychological Association have shown that strategy games improve your memory, concentration, planning, and adaptability. They also improve your problem-solving skills as every loss forces you to adapt and improve in future attempts.
And as a 119-time loser of a PokeRogue Nuzlocke, I am sadly well aware of this fact.
Each Nuzlocke challenge is like a puzzle, where your resources are limited to your Pokemon and their moves. Each boss battle presents a new puzzle that you must solve, with the added risk of losing your Pokemon for good. It's a constant exercise in adapting to infinite scenarios while enjoying Pokemon. What more could you want from life?
Well, you probably want to watch some more Blind Zombie Games content now. Remember that Flint ambush? Well, you can check out the whole thing by clicking right here.